Kids don't watch cartoons anymore. Been saying it. There's a little interview, little white kid. He said he don't even know what cartoons are. Y'all are growing up in a bad time, boy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I grew up with all this. When I was watching Arthur as a kid, my grandparents didn't have Wi-Fi. So PBS Kids, it was either PBS Kids or the news. You love Arthur? Me too. It was either PBS Kids or the news or going outside. Not gonna lie. Digging in dirt, catching frogs. Yeah, that was it.
TV shows that raised us
Oh,
are
that's
gone.
kind of low.
I'm not just saying that because we're older, but the era in which Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and Cartoon Network dominated kids' TV screens is no longer. And it's essentially been replaced by streaming services and streamers. And it's just a lot different than how we were growing up. And look, I know we're older, I know
Streamers cannot replace TV or cartoons back in the day. I will say that. Well, you know how many good shows we had back then? That's the problem too. Y'all scared to make new shows. Y'all are soft. Y'all are scary. That's the problem.
we're not watching kids TV anymore, but the idea of traditional TV is actually dying. You know, the days in which you would sit down on your couch, look through the TV guide, and just find whatever was on, that isn't really a thing anymore that kids do, because now all the media is right in front of their face. You can look it up on YouTube, you can go on streaming services, you can look it up on your iPad. But the idea of kids not being able to consume media 24/7 is declining. And because traditional TV is dying, so are the experiences of it. I mean, think about something as simple as Saturday morning cartoons.
Goated. Hold on. And I don't know nobody up in here for real besides, know what I'm saying, this. Yeah, that's it.
Those were one of the most peak things of my childhood. You roll out of bed, you go eat breakfast, you sit in front of the TV, and you watch your favorite cartoons or TV shows. Or even something like waiting all week for an episode of your favorite TV.
Not gonna lie, if they don't know what show to make, they should just put reruns of old shows. They should, but well, hey. No, what happened with old cartoons and stuff? They started upping the price on like Dish Network, Direct TV. I don't know what y'all got on cable. They started upping the price on all that, boy. That's the problem too.
Show to drop. Like, you know, the episode's gonna come out Friday as soon as you get home from school, so you're anticipating it all week. You're so excited. You're talking about it with your friends.
That's how it was with Gravity Falls. When Gravity Falls dropped, Gravity Falls dropped, I was right there watching it.
And then when you get home on Friday, you sit down in front of the TV and you watch it. And those two experiences, they built our childhood. So today we're going to take a trip down memory lane and look back at how it was watching TV and the different experiences of our childhood and kind of compare it to what kids experience now. Alright, so first, let me just paint the picture and rewind back to a Saturday morning when we were growing up, because there was no better feeling than Saturday morning cartoons. So you can just close your eyes and picture this. It's a Saturday morning, you wake up around 8:30 or 9, you roll out of bed, you're still in your pajamas, and you go into the kitchen to find
I had some little dino ones back in the day too, but yeah.
Find yourself some breakfast. You grab
We grew out them pajamas quick. The matching set pajamas, we all done grew out them things dumb quick.
a bowl, and then you find your favorite cereal. Maybe it's Cookie Crisp, maybe it's Cocoa Puffs, maybe it's Fruit Loops, or even Lucky Charms.
You garbage. You ain't even say no cornflakes. Man, like I said, country. I was waking up early, cornflakes, going outside, know what I'm saying, watching TV, PBS Kids. Boy, this man ain't even say no cornflakes. I'm a country brother. Cornflakes, Frosted Flakes. Yeah.
Place your bowl on the table. You fill
A pin on Honey Nut Cheerios, goated too. Goated. Mind you, I don't like none of that sweet stuff for real.
it up all the way.
Like what's the ones with the Flintstones on it? That's good, but boy, that's too much. Like Lucky Charms, that's too sweet. And I don't like the texture. It's too soft.
With their cereal, and you grab the milk from the fridge, you dump it in your bowl, and then you find a nice blanket and you sit in front of the TV. And as you're sitting in front of the TV, you wrap yourself in the blanket, you find the TV remote, and you just start looking through the channel. Maybe you're going on Cartoon Network for a blanket, you find the TV remote, and you just start looking.
Oh, you had this. Okay. $2.91. Okay. Hey, mine's was, you know what I'm saying? Hey, 36. It's like 36. It depends on where you was too. I'm not gonna lie. At certain places, Cartoon Network like 50, 51, 52. One of them, Nick was like 49, 48. And then at my crib, it was like 36, 36 like 39. Yeah.
through the channel. Maybe you're going on Cartoon Network first, or Disney Channel, or looking at Nickelodeon, but you're trying to find one of your favorite TV shows. And once you find your show, you sit down and you watch and enjoy. The house is calm, you're relaxed, and you're just enjoying yourself. That experience is something that we all shared. And you could watch these shows for hours and hours, getting up in between commercial breaks, knowing you have about 3 or 4 minutes to put your food away, or get another bowl, or whatever it may be, but you knew the timing of these Saturday mornings like it was clockwork. But now, I'm going to paint a different picture from our childhood. So close your eyes and think back to when you were a kid and you were watching your favorite show. Maybe it was Regular Show, or SpongeBob, or The Fairly Odd Parents, or
Got it! And even a crossover, boy.
Phineas and Ferb, whatever it may be. But think back to when a new episode was premiering, because everyone knew that a new episode will come out on Fridays. And that feeling of anticipation for the week was like no other, because new episodes came out on Friday, and the anticipation leading up to that day was insane. You and your friends would be at school talking about what the new episode could be about, or what the...
That's how it was with wrestling too. Wrestling drop, boy. Well, everybody was watching wrestling back then. You finna sub? I appreciate it.
Last episode was. Maybe there was a cliffhanger, maybe there was a new character introduced, but the anticipation that followed from every Friday to Friday was such a fun time to experience. But I want you to just think about the shows that we had. We had shows on Nickelodeon like SpongeBob and The Fairly Odd Parents. You had Disney Channel like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Wizards of Waverly Place to Kim Possible, and then on Cartoon Network you had Ben 10, Regular Show, Adventure Time, The Amazing World of Gumball.
Whoa, hey. Oh, hold on. I'm skipping too far too. Amazing World of Gumball, you gonna put that up in the mix? It's not a bad show. If it's on the TV, I was watching it. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? If it's on TV, I was gonna watch it. But you could have named something like what's the one with the monkey? The monkey and the little white kid, boy. That one. AWOL Comp. Who's that? That's the YouTuber I'm watching? I don't know what you talking about, boss. What is that? But y'all know what I'm talking about? My gym partner's a monkey. Bow. Goated. I was waking up to that. You know what I'm saying? Camp Laszlo. You could have named some real goated cartoons back in there. You named Amazing World of Gumball? We went to school talking about Camp Laszlo. I'm tripping. But Camp Laszlo was goated. You know what I'm saying? Boom, go to school, talk about that. There was another one with a squirrel.
Channel like The Sweet
Little
Life
squirrel in a little neighborhood too. That was good too.
Zack and Cody, Wizards of Waverly Place to Kim Possible, and then on Cartoon Network you had Ben 10, Regular Show, Adventure Time, The Amazing World of Gumball. Brother. These were such elite shows that had millions of kids watching every single week.
Amazing World of Gumball is elite. I'm gonna have to dislike this video, I'm not gonna lie.
And something very underappreciated about this era is that we would only get one.
It was. What did I think of Johnny Test? I loved it. I did not watch the remake. I would never watch that. When they start remaking shows, I'm not finna watch that. But I was watching that like 3 weeks ago on Netflix again.
New episode every single week. So we had to learn how to be patient. We had to learn how to occupy our minds with something else, even though everybody inside was dying just to see what the new episode was. You'd be counting down the days, theorizing about what could happen. And that experience, think about it, it's something that a lot of kids don't experience now. But I really want to compare.
Kids don't experience going outside, like going up the street and going to your friend's crib to hoop outside. That's how, going outside to hoop with your friends. And y'all went to the same school together. You know what I'm saying? Go outside and riding a bike with your neighborhood people. Boy, people don't know about that, man. Y'all boys, these kids nowadays missing out. Y'all got too much tech.
Compare and contrast what our childhood was versus what it's like for kids nowadays, because the difference is starker than you think. Because now with streamers and streaming services, they don't have to wait until it's just a Saturday morning, or they don't have to wait for the one new episode a week, because a lot of their content is at their hands 24/7. They can look it up on YouTube or on some streaming site, or they can watch a streamer who does a live stream every single day for 4 or 5 hours. And here's another thing about the TV shows that raised us. Every single episode had a lesson for us to learn. And I know this may be something that you don't really care about, but think about it. When you're growing up, the media you consume is super important. And whether or not you realize it, every episode of SpongeBob, Ben 10, Amazing World of Gumball, there was always some lesson that you were being taught. Maybe it was to share, maybe it was to be honest, or have
watching Avatar, I know what my lesson was. You know what I'm saying? Soccer. Hey, woman, what you out here doing all this hard work for? Go make me a sandwich. Hey, that's the lesson. Boy, hey, he was teaching me as a kid what it was, man.
But you learn
Talking
something. But
about
then compared to what kids are watching nowadays, a lot of the streamers they watch, or the content creators, some of their content isn't great for kids. They're doing disrespectful
soccer
things,
had women.
they're harassing other people, and they're just not setting good examples. And some of these content creators, they reward bad behavior. They make it seem like it's really funny to be disrespectful or cause chaos. And when you're a young kid and you see that type of content, you're going to start.
Do I think about Big City Greens? I seen it on TV. I seen like 2 or 3 episodes, maybe even 4. But no. Yes, absolutely, boss. Bro, where you think I got all this woman talk from? I seen a lot of that. Back when I was a kid, a lot of it. Like, hey woman, what you doing? Like people on cartoons and stuff talking like that. In TV shows, boy. Yeah. You think I'm tripping? I'm telling you, them boys used to talk like that 24/7. Especially back in the day. But Big City Green's garbage. Gravity Falls is goated.
To believe the same thing. And I feel like you can see the effect that it has on kids.
But I am a feminist. You know what I'm saying? Women can do anything a man can do. That includes hard work, lifting up hard, heavy pallets at work. You can lift them up too. Women can also be the presidents. I take that back. Y'all was too emotional.
Because whether or not you realized it, the lessons we learned in our childhood TV shows, they actually did shape us as people. It taught us to be honest and how to share and how to just be a good person. But some kids nowadays are watching content that's leading them down a dangerous path. Because I don't think it's a good thing for impressionable kids to be watching these creators who just go out and harass people, or the ones who do pranks that are really just disrespecting people. But then another point, think about how our childhood was with TV shows. We knew that each episode was going to be about 22 minutes, and you would have the intro, and then you have commercial breaks for about 2 or 3 minutes, then the rest of the episode for about 10 or 11 minutes, then more commercials, then you'd have, maybe 6 or 7 minutes of an episode, then commercials, and then finally the episode would end. And that pacing of the episode, it taught us structure, but it also taught us patience, because we knew we couldn't.
You watching the show too much, man. 10 times of watching Gravity Falls. You gotta do better. The show ain't even that good for you to be watching it 10 times. Not gonna lie to you, 10, and you counted them too. Come on, man. Now, if you say SpongeBob, alright, that's SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? That's good TV.
Just keep
Great
watching
TV.
continuously. There were going to be advertisements, there were going to be commercials, and that gave our brain a break. But once again, we fast forward to
ATLA? You talking about Atlanta? What is that? And Boondocks. Boondocks is good.
today, and kids can consume media 24/7. They can pay to watch
Avatar.
without ads. They can skip to the next episode.
I'm out here tripping, boy. Hey, I have rewatched Avatar like 6 times.
They can rewind, fast forward. There's nothing that's stopping them
get hyped every single time too
from being impatient. But with all the points I've just made, some people might ask, how did we get here? And the answer is nuanced, but a simple answer, it's from the rise of streaming and content creators. Because Netflix and Disney Plus have dominated what traditional TV used to be. Because with the rise of Netflix and Disney Plus, traditional TV has disintegrated. Because these streaming services...
not the latest season. You prefer Legend of Korra over... You are tripping. Oh my gosh, False. What you said just now, boy, hey, you should get smited for saying something that disrespectful. What is wrong with you? You're banned. I don't tolerate no disrespecting you disrespecting my goats. As soon as this vid over, you're done. You tripping, boy. What was I finna say? Hold on, let me see.
Because with the rise of Netflix and Disney Plus...
When Disney Plus came out too, I got it soon as it came out. Disney Plus was garbage. I don't know what they got on there now. But when it first came out, boy, it was terrible.
Traditional TV has disintegrated.
The boys ain't have nothing.
Because these streaming services allowed for access to this content 24/7, which was such a big difference from traditional TV. Because before, you couldn't just watch your favorite cartoon whenever you wanted. You had to see when it was playing, when the schedule was on the TV, look at the guide. But now, you can just go on Hulu, go on Netflix, go on Disney Plus, and watch your favorite show. And because of that, it kind of killed the routine of traditional TV. It killed the buzz of Saturday morning excitement. It killed the anticipation of waiting for a new episode every single Friday. And because streaming services took over, you saw the adjustment that had to be made from these networks. Cartoon Network shifted, Disney Channel shifted, Nickelodeon shifted. They're not producing the same content they once did, but they also don't have the resources or the audience they once did also. And along with streaming services, you had content creators who found out that they can make a lot of money by doing really stupid things. And let me say this, not all content creators are bad. I'm a content creator myself. But the thing is,
You're a
when
good
we
one
start
too. I
rewarding
like his
bad
commentary.
behavior, and especially when it comes to younger streamers who just do really stupid things, little kids are their primary audience, and that sets such a bad influence on them. But then also you have YouTube, and YouTube's a great thing, but YouTube is not what it was when we were growing up, because there's so much content now, there's so much media, there's such an
Boy, my YouTube back then was a black man trolling in Call of Duty. And Cash Nasty cussing on 2K and getting drunk on stream. I was on Twitch a lot as a kid too, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, my YouTube was goated back then.
influx of what kids can access, and that's just added to the problem that has caused traditional TV to decline. So with all that being said, I'm not saying everything was perfect when we were kids. I'm not saying that we were better than the kids today, and
I'm saying that. I'm gonna say it. What you talking about? Me growing up with a strict TV schedule like that, opening up the guide, know what I'm saying? Channel 36, Nick 39, 51, Cartoon Network 50, whatever. Know what I'm saying? That made me a better man. Going outside, know what I'm saying? Up the road, hooping, riding the bikes around the neighborhood with other kids. Made me a better kid. It did. These kids nowadays, they can't do none of that dumb mess. That good mess. That's fun times right there. Y'all kids nowadays, boom. TikToks. Hey, soon as they wake up in the morning, TikTok stroll 4-5 hours, man. Go in the kitchen, get something to eat. Y'all boys just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? And the parents, y'all don't do nothing either. You know what I'm saying? Start beating your kids. Let your kids go outside and get the Switch. You love watching TV, man, simpler times? It was. And guess what? It was simpler times because we did not have any bills. We're grown now. We have bills to pay. We have a job to work. Of course it's gonna be simpler times. Go to school, get off, watch TV, go play some sports and hop on a game. Know what I'm saying? Oh, very simple times. Come on, man. Used to watch H2O and ooh. I mean, I've seen a couple of his vids. I don't know who HTO. It took me a minute. Gracious.